Hey, what's up, beautiful people? It's your girl Rita, and this is Fancy Financials. All right, guys, welcome back to my channel. Again, if you're new here, my name is Rita, and on this channel, we are all about finding our wealth by budgeting and saving via our cash envelope systems. So today's video is going to be a quick check-in of our daily cash spending for the week of February 26, 2022 through March 4th, 2022. So today is March 4th and we have our daily cash spending wallet right here. So we're just gonna go through and see exactly how much we've spent. We'll also check in and see if we spent anything out of our sinking funds. And then we are just going to calculate how much money we need to put back into the bank. So I know you guys are probably wondering, where has my planner been? It is right here. This is my budget by paycheck planner, and it's my one from last year. And if you guys watch my videos, then you guys know that I did rip out all of the previous years, not previous years, all of the previous months, and I had every intention to keep using it. However, I do have something coming that I will be unboxing for you guys really shortly, which is why I kind of stopped planning in that one, because I just wanted to wait until I got my new item that I will be reviewing for you guys, unboxing and reviewing for you guys. And it is so me, so fancy. You guys will love it, and I'm so excited to show it to you guys. So I will be getting back to some budgeting videos that are like more in a tracking format for you guys shortly. In the meantime, I have actually just been tracking my weekly expenses on this little piece of cardstock. Plain and simple. This is just proof that you don't need anything fancy to do this method of cash stuffing, or using a card and paying yourself back with cash. Whatever your method is of spending, you don't need all the fancy stuff to go with it. You really don't. All you need is a pen and paper and your cash. But anyway, I say that to say that we're going to be using this today just to go through and determine what we have spent. I have my two highlighters here because I do plan on highlighting just to keep track of what we've reimbursed ourselves. So I'm going to put that right there. All right, so let's jump in. Let's just go category by category. So you guys will see my lottery tickets sticking out here. I already checked them. They're losers. I didn't win anything, but yeah. Do you guys play the lottery? Leave me a comment down below. Did you win the lottery? Are you one of the people who just won the millions of dollars for the Powerball? I forget how much it is. Let's see. $113 million is the, no, that's for Mega Millions. Let's see. The Powerball jackpot was $85 million. So both of those numbers are crazy high. But yeah, I was playing for the $85 million. Guys, leave a comment in the comment section below. If you won $85 million today, what would you do with the money? What would you do with it? Would you quit your job? Would you ball out of control? Would you buy a house? Would you just go on vacations? Like, me and my husband actually have a well thought out plan. Like, we think we're going to win the lottery one day, or at least it's in our heads that way, where we talk about it all the time, like over a glass of wine. Like, this is our plan. If we win some money, this is what we're doing first. So leave a comment below. I would love to know what you guys would do with $85 million. If you even know. That's a lot of money to figure out what to do with. So, all right, enough talking. Let's start with the groceries. So for our grocery spending, usually that is the first thing that I do when I get paid. So that is exactly what is number one. So we spend $202 at Aldi. So I'm gonna go ahead and start calculating as well. I hope you guys are in frame. So $202 at Aldi. So I'm just gonna check off as I go. And groceries, again, we have $46.23. This is actually cash. I know that for a fact, so I messed up there. We actually do not need to reimburse ourselves for that because that was cash. All right, I only know that because I remember that trip very specifically. So that was cash, and then yeah, so that's it. We just need to reimburse ourselves for the 202. So what I'm gonna do is anything that I spent cash for, I'm just gonna go ahead and highlight that here in yellow so that I know it's already taken care of. And then as we reimburse ourselves, I will highlight off in pink. Okay, so we originally had $300 in groceries, and we have 100, 2, 4, 6, 8, 200, 20, 40, 50, 1, 2, and 3. So $253. So that is minus $47 or the $46.23 that we spent in groceries. And now we need to take out an additional $202. So 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. 1, these are new ones, and 2. All right. So that leaves us, hold on, let me get this out of the way first. So 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 202. 202 bucks. And that leaves us with 20, 40, 51. $51 is left in groceries for the remaining week, which that is fine with me because I usually do one big grocery shop. And then whatever's left over usually is just for like replenishing milk and eggs and all that stuff that I use on a daily basis. Okay. All right. So now we're on household. So, or home, I interchange those two words. So household supplies / home. So the first one I see is here at ShopRite. We spent $10. So I still need to pay myself back for that. Let's go ahead and clear this out. Then we have $4 at Dollar Tree that I need to pay myself back for. And then we also had $10 here at Acme, but that one was paid in cash. So we are already good to go there. But we need to take care of this $4 and also this $10 for a total of $14. So originally we started off with 25 bucks and we only have $15 left in here. So we owe ourselves 14. I could try to find change for myself. Let's do that. I never worry about the change, but let's do that for once. I don't know, maybe it'll make the video more interesting. So let me go in one of my other binders here and see if I can find some change for myself. I hope everybody has been having a good, smooth week. All right, so I got some change here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And we're just gonna switch it out. 1, 2, 3, $14 is what we needed to reimburse, and that leaves us with $1 in household. I promise I didn't need this $1, but either way, if it's still in there at the end of next week, it'll be going to our savings challenges. So let's go ahead and highlight those. We did our $10 at ShopRite and our $4 at Dollar Tree. Okay, so now we are on to gas. Gas, we of course spent gas, and guys, $64. $64 in gas is what I owe myself. I have no words. Stuff was already high, and then of course with this war that we have going on now, stuff is just getting out of control. So we owe ourselves 64 bucks. I have all 20s here, so I'm gonna have to find some cash to make change again. So let's do 2, 4, 6, and then let's see if I can break down this 20. But yeah, the war is just adding on to the high prices and everything that we already had going on. So it's getting out of control. All right, so I found some change. So I'm going to take this 20 and exchange it for these 5s. And then I'm gonna put this money back away. That's why I like having smaller denominations in some of my other sinking funds so that I can always make change when needed. Okay, so instead of 64, or excuse me, instead of 64, we're just gonna do 65. So 20, 40, 60, and 5, we needed to reimburse, and that leaves us with 20, 40, 45, 50, $55 left in gas. And I have some driving around to do this week, so I'm not sure if we're gonna have a ton of gas money left over to roll over into our savings challenges like we have been, but we will see. Okay, next up is nails and eyebrows, which I definitely did do because my nails are already done, but I do need to reimburse myself for that 50 bucks. So I spent 50 bucks at the nail salon. My nails actually were $40, but then I left a $10 tip, and that should be exactly how much we have in here, and it is 50 bucks. So we're just gonna take that whole 50 and mark that off. Okay. All right, our next envelope is Bless Someone, which we don't calculate that on here, but I will just check in with you guys. There's only $1 left in here. I have been passing out ones this week, so that is awesome. We have $1 more left to bless someone this upcoming week. And last but not least, we have our miscellaneous spend, which you guys know I keep that money right here in this part. So we started off with 40 bucks for the pay period, and we now have $21 and $2 left. But let's see what we need to reimburse ourselves. So miscellaneous cash spending. So we spent $7.83 at Dunkin'. I grabbed me and my husband breakfast this morning, which is not typical. I don't know what was going on that morning, and I actually remember it being a waste because I didn't even end up drinking my coffee. I remember being really mad about it. I think I sat it down somewhere and then forgot to drink it, and yeah, it was a waste of money. I should have stuck to making my coffee at home like I've been doing. And then 9:46, I actually was out of the house running some errands this week, and I needed to stop and grab lunch. So I grabbed a salad and I paid for that in cash. So those two already taken care of in cash. However, we then had a $5 expense at Dollar Tree and $5 in parking. And that's it. Yeah, so $5 in parking. My son had a doctor's appointment, and that parking garage was $5. And then at Dollar Tree, I think I picked up, I forget what I picked up. I don't even know. I just know I marked it down, and that is what's important. Tracking is important. So we owe ourselves 10 bucks. Is that right? What did I just do? $5 at Dollar Tree, $5 in parking. That is 10. Your girl can count, I promise. All right, so we need to make change again. Oh my goodness. All right, where can I make change from this time? I'm actually making change out of my kids' envelopes right here, because you guys know that I really don't have to go into this for anything besides putting money in. Was that 25, 10, 15, 20? Yes, okay. Let's get this back in here. All right, so we owe ourselves 10 bucks. So we're gonna go ahead and put this over here. I will organize this later. And that leaves us with $5, $10, $11, and $12 left in miscellaneous. All right, so I'm gonna get that highlighted and highlighted. All right, we are doing good, guys. Pets. Did I skip right over pets? I could have swore I did pets, but obviously I did not. So we skipped right over pets, which was $9.12 was spent at Aldi. And I do need to reimburse myself for that. So of course, we're just gonna round that up to be $10. And again, I need change. I don't know if I have any more change in my kids' envelopes. Let's check. Luckily, I have 3 kids, and I have enough. Perfect. Yeah, luckily I have 3 kids because I need change 3 times. So that worked out great. All right, so we owe ourselves 10 bucks, and that leaves $5, $10, and $15 in pets. And I think that is it for our wallet. So that's it for our daily cash wallet. So everything else that we have to reimburse ourselves for means it's coming out of a sinking fund. So the first one that I see here is going to be medical. So my son needed some medicine, and I've been intentionally putting like money for medicine and things like that in my medical envelope because I typically would just take it out of groceries. But depending on what time of year it is, what the season is, or what's going on with my kids, that can add up really quickly. So that's when I noticed that I needed to have a separate sinking fund just for medical, for co-pays, for medicine, whatever. Which I actually believe I have a copay that I need to pay. I need to find it so that I can pay it. All right, but we owe ourselves $9. I don't have $9 because I just gave away all the ones. Yeah, so we're just gonna do 10. No biggie. $10 it is. And that leaves us with $20, $30, $35, and $40 in medical. I will update that tracker off camera. Actually, let's just do it now. So we just subtracted 10 bucks and that leaves us with 40. I always say I'm gonna go back and update my trackers and then like a week goes by before I actually do it. Okay, so medical is now taken care of for $9, rounded up into $10. And that leaves us with my kids. So the first one is $20 for kids for school. This is actually something new. So if you guys have been watching, you guys know that my kids used to have an allowance sinking fund. And I stopped the allowance sinking fund because they were in sports and they really weren't doing chores because it was just too much to manage. So I said, you know what, fine, that's cool. If you guys need something, I'll just take it out of our family envelope or my miscellaneous cash, whatever. Well, my husband recently started giving my kids money for doing chores in the form of academics. And what I mean by that is that when they get home from school, because right now sports, just to give you guys an update, my son is not in any sports right now. Football season is done. He was doing karate, but COVID messed that up and completely shut it down when the Omicron variant came around. Oh my gosh. Completely messed up karate, and so karate is no longer going on. And then my daughter, she was doing indoor track for the winter season, but she actually, for the last month, has been suffering a sprained middle and lower right ab. I know it sounds crazy. There's always something going on with my kids, but so she hasn't been in sports either. So what happens is when they come home from school, my husband has them doing a academic chore, which means that they have to learn something outside of what they learned in school for the day before they can do, play on their phones or video games or anything. They have to do their own research of something. So my son, he's into coding, or he's been getting into coding. So he does, I think it's called code.org or one of those free coding websites, and he does a few lessons each day after school. And then my daughter, she wants to be a doctor when she grows up. So she's just been looking in her medical books. She's actually been taking notes in like a book about different parts of the bodies and things of that sort. So they just check in with my husband, and if they've checked in every single day, he gives them $10 at the end of the week. So this money is actually from my husband, which is why you guys wouldn't have seen me stuff it in my prior video. But they both did what they were supposed to this week, so he told me that I could unstuff their $10 to give to them today after school. So that's $10 a piece for both of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark that $20 off. And then this last thing that I need to cash out says $300 for kids' college. I mentioned in my last video that I was going to cash out their money from their savings every time it hit $100. I've had a few different amounts in the past. Like at one point I cashed it out every time each kid hit $200. And you know what? I think I just like having cash in the envelopes to make it feel like I'm saving for them, even though I am. It's just like a psychological thing. So I like holding it in here so that you guys can see it. But I realize that the money just sitting in here is not doing anything, especially when my kids' 529 savings account and their investment accounts both thrive off of interest, because they're invested in stocks. So I'm gonna just go ahead and pull the money out every $100 so that it can get put into their accounts and it can have the potential to grow. So each kid should have $100 in their envelope. And what I think I am gonna do, guys, so you might see it in my next video, is I do think I might wanna use prop cash in here because we save a good amount for our kids, and I want you guys to see what their amounts look like in their accounts. And I know before I was just showing it on paper, but I think I want to like count it out with you guys. So you guys might see some prop money in here moving forward. So Kimora has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's $100 for her. And then Keith, he should also have some money in here. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. And then last but not least, Christopher should also have $100. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Perfect. And let me take these out. I actually want to take out these little gift cards for Dave & Buster's, and I'm going to put them in my family envelope, just because I'm tired of seeing them in here. So I'm gonna take those out and put them in like my outings envelope. All right, so this is depleted, but the next time you guys see this, it will be filled with prop cash so that you guys can actually see how much I have in savings for each of my kids in the bank. And then these cards we're gonna put, where is it? You know what? I think it's in my other binder, which this binder has top loading envelopes, so they're probably gonna fall out, but like I said, I'm tired of seeing them in the other ones. So we're just gonna stick these in outings for now. Okay. All right, so with that last one, guys, we have completely highlighted everything on our list. So as you guys can see, I used cash 4 times this week. Those are the yellow. And then everything in pink, I paid with either with my debit card from my buffer account or on my credit card. I've been using my buffer account a lot more lately, just because I don't want to add to my overall balance for my credit card. Just in case I don't get to pay it back by a certain time in the month. Like I don't want the banks to count that as my balance. So I've been trying to be more mindful and use my debit card instead and then just pay myself back. So yeah, so I like this visual though, because I can see how much I'm using cash versus how much I'm using a card to swipe. But as long as I pay myself back, that is ultimately what matters to me. And as long as I stay on budget, that is ultimately what matters to me. So this actually should have said February, not March 26th to March 4th. That made no sense. Let's count and see how much money we have going back to the bank. I obviously need to organize this because I was not putting it in any type of order. All right. Ooh, I hate these new ones that stick together. Okay. All right, so let's see how much money we have going back to the bank today. And this is perfect timing because I need to go pick up my kids from school here in just a few minutes. So I will stop by the bank and get this deposited. But we have 150. You guys know this 50 is gonna get on my nerves. So let's just put that to the side for now. We have 100. In 20s, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 100, 2, 4, 6, 8, 200, 2, 4, 6, 8, 300, 2, 4, 6, 8, 400, 2, 4, 6. So we have 460 in 20s. In our 10s, we have, here, now we can do our 50. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. $90. In 5s, we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then in 1s, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, guys, so $681 is how much money we have cashed out today and is going back into our bank account. So thank you guys so much for watching today's check-in. I will be doing another check-in next week, at the end of next week, which is also when I will see how much money we have left over in our daily cash wallet, which then of course gets put towards our savings challenges. So if you liked today's video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.